So I got hired to shoot an interview tomorrow, but I'm realizing I don't actually have a boom pole. So this is by the company called Elgato, and this actually is to mount it to your desk, and then you can put like your camera up there, but it also extends out like a boom pole. So I have my fishing rod holder, which I got for like $13 at Walmart. And then I'm gonna try and see if this will actually fit into here. So now essentially I just have to run an XLR to here, to the Zoom F6. That's pretty terrible. Okay, so this is the monstrosity right now. I don't think I like it. This is just like adding way too much weight in the back, and it's like making it really weird to find a focal point for this thing to sit on. So I was looking at it and I noticed that there's some Allen keys here. So I think my idea is I'm gonna take this off and just have this be just a straight pole. Okay, I like this way better. And this thing's actually a ball head here, so I can actually put this in any direction I want. Like this thing just swivels however I need to. So this is definitely a temporary solution, but I don't have a cart right now. I've been talking about it in the last few vlogs that I want one. I think I'm dead set on the rock and roller cart, but I think for tomorrow, I'm gonna use my son's baby Jeep wagon thing. So I think this will work perfectly. Hold the C-stands in there, and because it has this bar, it keeps them from swaying all over the place. So I can pack both the C-stands. I have my tripod, my diffuser, all the light stands, my makeshift boom pole, my light case, and I can go ahead and have this built and sitting in there. So a few months ago, I reached out to David Moorfield about doing a consultation call. After watching a ton of his videos when I was first introduced to him, I realized I had a couple questions that I just kind of personally wanted answered. And honestly, I view it as one of my best investments so far since I've gotten back into freelance. After that consultation call, I decided to go out to Florida for the Florida filmmaker meetup he was doing. He ended up doing a filmmaker meetup here in Dallas and using me as kind of a point of contact. And basically, I'm saying this because I got this job that I'm doing right here through him. Someone was looking for somebody to film these interviews in Dallas and sent them my way as a recommendation, and I would have never gotten that job had I not reached out to David, made that connection, built my network up a little bit. And for me, it's really exciting because I really want to do these corporate style interviews. There's a lot of money in corporate, if I'm just being transparent, but I enjoy these. I enjoy doing these setups. I enjoy the workflow of these, and I want to do more of them. The problem is I don't have a portfolio that connects people to me and corporate work. A lot of my stuff is event work, esports, stuff like that. And so now having this footage, I can look a lot more appealing to people who are looking for this type of work. Interview setups, documentary interview setups, corporate work. So this is something that's good for me. This is going to benefit me greatly when it comes to trying to land more clients. So as far as the setup goes, at the shoot, I realize I need to kind of get a more powerful light at some point in my kit. Right now, this is the most powerful light I have, it's the 200X. And you can see I'm trying to bounce it. Obviously, I should have known that this wasn't gonna work, and I expected it not to work with it being such a bright room, and this is not really that bright of a light. It did absolutely nothing for my image. I think in the future, I will be looking at getting a 600X just to have something for power, and then having the 200X and the 60X to complement it, I think would make for a great lighting kit. So I moved the 60X over to here, and I put up my diffuser. This is my rim light. Got the camera facing that corner, and I'm able to stop it down enough where you can retain some of the detail back there. My makeshift boom pole is working great. I've got this bongo tied, and I'll just sit here talking to the person I'm interviewing, and then my 200X is lighting from here. I'm already realizing I need a bigger source light because this is just not powerful enough, especially when I'm combating the sun. So it's the first time I've ever had to deal with a situation like this, but going to love them up for secondary audio, so that way I have 2 points of audio. And then back here I have my Molus X100, and it's just going to be shooting a little bit of light in here just to kind of brighten this up because it's just like dark. So I also decided to turn the house lights on just because I like this as an accent in the background, and it gave me a little bit more light. I don't know if this is the right thing to do, so definitely tell me if it's not. I think overall, pretty happy with it. So I'm not allowed to show any of the clients, but this is the final shot. I'm very happy with it. I think this is one of my best interview setups that I've done. There is room for improvement. I ended up texting some of my friends in the filmmaking world, showing them the images and just getting some of the feedback. But a lot of feedback I got was mainly just about the way I positioned the clients inside the camera with their eye angle. It was a little too far sideways. And so other than that, nobody had any feedback on the lighting. Like I say, I really like the way the lighting came out. I think this is one of my favorite interview setups that I've ever done. This was the last interview that I did, and as you can see, like, very harsh rim light. There's not really much key light going on. The background is just all over the place, and I'm pretty sure I didn't balance the color temperatures, so they were just a little off. Comparing it to this shot, I think like I've come a long way in just a couple months. So the PA gigs, paying attention to people that I'm shooting with, is just, it feels like it's just all starting to pay off as far as like growing my own skill set. So the call to use this cart was actually just incredible. I'm so glad I decided to do this. I had no idea this was going to be on the 4th floor of this building. And the idea of having to lug all this back and forth would have taken forever. I had a strict 1 hour to set up. I got there at 10. They had to be shooting by 11. That would have eaten so much of my time. And I think I finished setting up at about 10:53, so there wasn't a whole lot of room to spare. All in all, this was a relatively easy gig. So much fun to be able to like flex my new skills and be able to like get out there and do it on my own. About a 3-hour day. This is about 10 minutes from my house, so I definitely cannot complain about a shoot like that. That was a ton of fun. I've been super excited about today for like the past 2 days. I actually couldn't sleep last night because I was so excited about it. It's been so long since I've got to do an interview setup, and because I don't have many in my portfolio, there's been a couple times where I've been hit up. I haven't been able to show a ton of work that they're looking for, and I lose the job. So make sure to go watch David Moorfield if you don't, and seriously think about doing the consultation call. It is valuable. $125 for an hour. Ask anything you want, super transparent, and you just never know what it might lead to. So